Hello everybody, my name is Stephen. My channel is Alcohol Free Lifestyle. I'm here tonight just to give you a few hints and tips on habits really you should be taking up when you get sober, to keep you sober, to be fair, because that's the most important thing, not to relapse and to get well again. Because if you've been drinking for a long time, your body will need a restart, basically, a retune, as we say. The first thing you need to do is to look at your diet. You need a healthy diet. You need to start eating lots of fruits and veg, lots of protein, this sort of thing, because when you drink, alcohol feeds you in a way, but it's not good nutrients. You don't get any nutrients. It takes nutrients out of your body. So you need to be eating fresh food, nothing tinned, and get away from processed food, that sort of thing. Because when I drank in the early days, you always fancy something after you've had a few pints, like a kebab or a pizza or something, or an Indian type of meal, or Chinese, something like that, where it's laced with salt. You know, some of these companies that sell these pasties and things, they're all laced with salt, and they're designed to get you hooked on the taste, really. And it's not very good gear that goes into these products. So you want to be cooking, if you can, from scratch. So that's the first thing. Get yourself to supermarkets. You don't need to cook a lot of these things. Salads and things, you just prepare them, don't you? And if you can't cook anything at all, then get yourself on a cookery course or get yourself a recipe book. But diet, I think, is the thing that saved my life in a way, because you need your way back to health, certainly, and you will be lacking all sorts of vitamins. So think about that one. Get yourself a good diet. That's the first thing. The second thing, and probably just as important to be fair, is exercise, because you will probably not have been doing much exercise. The studies have shown that even moderate exercise, light exercise, will start to kickstart your system again. And that's what you need, because when you drink, you sit around, don't you? You sit around the bars, you feel lethargic, you have days in bed where you're feeling unwell, you're hungover, you're sitting around the settee, you eat more pizzas and rubbish again. And you tend to just snack food, and your body isn't moving. You need. Somebody once told me this, which I'd listened years ago. Treat your body as a temple. Look after it, because you've only got one body. I didn't look after mine, but I'm getting back to what I was by being very, very strict with my diet and exercise. So make sure every day you go for a walk or do something. If you're at the stage where you can't do very much at all, just take it easy. Even a bit of housework will get your system going again. Slowly build on that. So, one day at a time again. It's always one day at a time to get sober. It's one day at a time to stay sober. And exercise will benefit you massively, because we don't do any exercise when we drink. I certainly didn't. You might get at my age, you can't do any sports or anything. But walking's the best thing. If you can, as you develop a little bit more strength and get a little bit better, maybe join a gym, do some light weights, whatever you want to do. But get a pedal bike and start to do something. Get in the fresh air. That's what I did. It made a massive difference. Get some sunlight if you can, and you feel a lot better. That's it. Kickstart your system. The exercise will lead you also to feel a bit more hungry. I was never hungry really when I drank, because the beer filled me up. Then, as I said, you tend to crave these salty type of foods or fat foods, which are all bad for you. They're designed to keep you hooked on them, really. The first aisle you should be going into is the fruit and veg, and then the second thing you should be doing is walking as much as possible. Take the stairs when you can. If you drive, park your car a little bit away from the shops, that sort of thing. It all adds up. Every day you do a bit more. If you add one thing on for 30 days, you've done 30 things better. 100 days, you've done 100 things better. You've got to improve your life, really. That's the only way forward. The other thing is sleep. You never sleep properly when you drink. I never did. It used to get me off to sleep, but I was more than a coma. But yeah, I was relaxed through the drink. But you wake in the middle of the night, you go to the loo, all this sort of thing, and then you don't sleep properly, then you worry about the alarm going off. You stay up late because if you're like me, you've got this FOMO effect, fear of missing out. So you're last man standing at the bar. You don't sleep properly. If you do, you have night sweats and all this sort of carry on. So your sleep will improve within days of giving up alcohol. So then you start three things now. You started your food, you started doing a little bit of exercise, you started to sleep better. All of those three things together will give you a massive boost in your energy levels. The fourth thing I would look at is get more productive. When you drink, as I did, you tend to neglect things. You don't clean your apartment, you tend not to bother with your car, you leave things left in the fridge and the cupboard. Clean all these out, get yourself some new cleaning stuff, get yourself moving again. Start thinking, well, I'm going to improve this apartment, I'm going to buy this, I'm going to buy that. You save a fortune when you don't drink. When you start looking, maybe improving the way you look as well, and the things that are around you haven't cleaned for ages. Just smarten everything up, freshen everything up. Have a spring clean, no matter what time of year it is. And that makes a big difference. Make yourself busy, is what I'm trying to say. If you're working, then people will notice immediately if you're working how much you've improved, how much more productive you are at work. But even if you're not, you're retired, as I am, then you can do other things. There's lots to do. You can do a lot more when you're sober than when you drink. All you do when you drink is drink. Go and see the same people, get taxis, eat rubbish. That's what I did anyway. So, you could be more productive is a massive, massive thing. The fifth thing I'd say is probably look at taking some supplements, especially vitamin B, because ask your doctor about vitamin B1. It's thiamine. It helps brain function. You don't need it forever. Maybe for the first 6 months after getting sober, it does help. You can get vitamin B complex from any chemist, pharmacy, that sort of thing. And with that, also look at self-care. Get a haircut, get some new clothes. You'll have a lot more money, as I said. Start looking after yourself. Get some creams, with nice showers, baths, all this sort of thing. You don't do that when you're drinking. You neglect all of this. You neglect yourself. You neglect your family. You neglect your partner. You neglect everything, because that one thing, the alcohol, will control you, and that's what takes away the quality of life. Really, you become happier and everything. So basically, one day at a time, use those 5 major things to pull yourself round again. And when you get those all in place, then your life will improve massively, and you'll just improve on everything. Self-care is one of the ones I've been recently introduced to by my partner, and it's amazing how good it feels to get a good sleep and to get some creams on you, get your teeth done again, because you neglect all of this. I did. Start looking good again. Start getting yourself nice clothes, because the pub, you go in the pub, most of the people who are in there regularly are pretty much in the same gear, because all they're doing is crawling in a way to the pub every day, aren't they? They're not doing anything. So if you have any comments, please drop me a line in the comment box. But please subscribe if you enjoy the content. There's a lot of videos on there. Hopefully I'll give you some hints and tips to get sober, and more importantly, in my view, to keep sober, because the longer you can, the better your life will improve. And really, I'm trying to put a message out to stay sober for life.